Imagine a luxury mansion that doesn't stay parked. The 2026 Rolls-Royce Motorhome refuses to compromise. Whisper-quiet hybrid power, a panoramic roof terrace, even smart glass walls that go from see-through to private spa mode in seconds. It's not just an RV, it's Rolls-Royce's boldest statement about how and where the ultra-rich will travel next. But with all that ambition comes big trade-offs: cost, weight, and whether its tech really makes life better on the road. Stick around, because I'll reveal whether this mobile palace is worth every dollar or just a fascinating fantasy. Now that you've seen what Rolls-Royce aimed to build with this motorhome, let's peel back the layers, inside and out, and see how it actually delivers. First up, design and performance, followed by luxury in every corner. Trust me, you'll want to stay through this to see whether this dream becomes reality or just a pricey fantasy. From the moment you lay eyes on it, the 2026 Rolls-Royce Motorhome gives the feeling that it doesn't just travel, it dominates. The front end features that iconic Rolls-Royce grille, sleeker than anything in their car lineup, paired with sculpted LED headlights that wrap around like jewelry. Its proportions are massive, long wheelbase, wide stance, with an extended rear profile that makes it look more like a moving palace than an oversized RV. Ride comfort is bolstered by an adaptive air suspension system that smooths out highway seams and potholes with near silence. When you drive over broken pavement, instead of jarring, it glides. But this size also brings challenges: maneuvering tight urban streets, parking, and fuel, or in this case, charging, will test its feasibility. Underneath, the powertrain tells another story. Rolls-Royce claims whisper-quiet propulsion with instant torque, making something this massive feel surprisingly quick. The all-electric range is set to stretch into the hundreds of miles, thanks to solid-state batteries with a V12-assisted generator on hand to erase range anxiety. On paper, it's flawless, but real-world reliability, that's still a question mark, and we'll touch on that when we talk long-distance travel. Step inside, and the transformation is complete. You're no longer in a motorhome, you're in a penthouse. Plush leather seating that doesn't just recline, but adapts to your posture. A lounge area with a hidden OLED cinema wall and 3D-tuned sound system. And if you'd rather hear silence, an active noise cancellation system creates an oasis even at highway speeds. The kitchen doesn't cut corners either. Stone surfaces, induction cooking, a premium wine chiller, and appliances that wouldn't look out of place in a luxury apartment. The bedroom? A king-sized bed with Rolls-Royce's custom mattress, ambient lighting that mimics natural rhythms, and electrochromic glass walls that turn opaque with a touch. Add in a bathroom with rainfall showers and heated floors, and you've got a spa on wheels. Of course, it's not all perfection. That size and luxury come with cost in weight, maneuverability, and maintenance. The high-tech features are exciting, but the more complex they get, the more potential points of failure you're looking at. And servicing something this bespoke, that's not going to be cheap. Coming up, I'll show you the exact cost of ownership in the US, run a real-world test of range versus comfort, and reveal whether all this opulence is something that's usable or just a show car on wheels with hidden compromises. Are we getting a luxury masterpiece or just a show car on wheels with hidden compromises? Stay tuned. And this is where everything we've talked about comes to a head, because all the luxury in the world doesn't matter if the driving experience falls flat. So how does the 2026 Rolls-Royce Motorhome actually perform when the rubber hits the road? Picture this: a vehicle weighing several tons gliding onto the highway. You'd expect sluggishness, maybe a roar of effort, but instead what you get is silence. The hybrid electric powertrain launches the motorhome forward with effortless torque, making something this massive feel surprisingly agile. Rolls-Royce promised a whisper-quiet ride, and they've delivered. It's more like floating than driving. Even at 70 miles per hour, cabin noise barely rises above a hushed conversation. But here's the twist: while the serenity is unmatched, this size doesn't disappear. Narrow streets and tight turns quickly remind you that this is a rolling mansion, not a nimble city car. Parking alone could be a full-time job. And although range figures are impressive on paper, hundreds of miles in electric mode, real-world conditions will test those claims. Add in the V12 backup generator, and yes, you're covered. But fuel stops or charging sessions won't exactly be quick. Inside, the technology takes center stage. Autonomous driving works as advertised, taking command on long stretches with smooth confidence. But handing over the wheel is still a leap of faith, and some buyers may hesitate to trust AI with a vehicle worth several $1 million. So does the Rolls-Royce Motorhome live up to the hype? In many ways, yes. It's a breathtaking fusion of comfort, power, and prestige. But the question lingers, is this truly the future of luxury travel, or just an extravagant concept stretched to reality? Stick with me, because in the next section, I'll break down the highlights, the drawbacks, and most importantly, whether this motorhome is worth its astronomical price tag. So, after looking at every detail, where does the 2026 Rolls-Royce Motorhome land? On one hand, it's hard not to be impressed. The design is breathtaking, the interior feels closer to a private jet than an RV, and the tech, from autonomous driving to noise cancellation, pushes the industry forward. For those who can afford it, this is the ultimate road travel statement. Comfort, prestige, and innovation fused into one rolling mansion. But here's the flip side. Its sheer size makes everyday usability questionable. Charging and fueling will take planning, and maintenance costs are in another league. And of course, with a price tag that places it firmly in the ultra-exclusive category, this isn't a motorhome for families planning weekend getaways. It's for a tiny circle of buyers who see it as both transportation and status symbol. For the US market, though, the impact goes beyond sales numbers. Most viewers will never own one, but what Rolls-Royce is doing here signals a broader shift. Luxury brands are moving into new categories, blending sustainability with indulgence, and showing us what future RVs could aspire to. Expect to see features like adaptive interiors, advanced noise control, and AI-driven travel trickling down into more accessible models over the next decade. So here's my verdict. The 2026 Rolls-Royce Motorhome isn't about practicality, it's about possibility. It proves that the future of luxury travel isn't confined to private jets or mega yachts. It can live right on the highway. But now, I want to hear from you. If you had the chance, would you live in a motorhome like this? Or does it feel like too much luxury for the open road? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to IK Car Reviews, and turn on the bell so you never miss our next big breakdown of the world's most fascinating cars.